Good evening, everybody. How's it going? Happy Monday. Let me turn the music down just a touch. It's a little loud. Lots of good guesses on the music so far, but nobody's gotten it just yet. Also, not Albert Odyssey, not Farland Saga. Though Farland Saga is not a bad guess. Though TGL does still sort of exist today as a gaming company, as Giga, though they were releasing games under the TGL imprint as recent as the PS4, Switch, and PS Vita. So, who can say? TGL sort of exists. Nope, not Virtual Highlight. T&E Soft. Happy Meown Day to you, Praise the Sin. Let me say hi to people. Hello, Jones. You were indeed first. Hello, Ladies Man 7450. I'm glad we have some Bionicle experts in the chat. It's going to be very important. Hello, Lunar Wind. Hello, Panis. Hello, Howl. Hello, Null. Hello, Proteani. And thank you so much for 41 months Tier 2. My goodness. Hello, Phazon. Hello, Orange. Hello, Linguini. Hello, Nanara. Hello, Riley. Hello, Volpez. Hello, Spoon. I knew you'd be excited for this one. Hello, Howl. Hello, Darples. Who else we got? Am I missing anybody? Hello, Dweller Dark. Hello, HD. No, please feel free to nerd out hard about Bionicle. Let's see. Couple more hints for the music that's playing before I move on. What you know already, it's on Sega Saturn, it's an RPG, and it came out outside of Japan. So that narrows it down a decent amount already. And it's not a Shining game. I'll give the main developer, not Farland. Farland Story did come out on Saturn. Working Designs, did they publish it? I have to check. I don't think they did, but let me check. It is Mystaria, also known as Riglord Saga. Good guess, Volpez. I'll give you the crown anyway. Good game, good music. All around very cool. Composer is Yukiharu Urita, who is still around working on games to this day. Riglord, not Ricklord, not Pickle Ricklord. But Riglord Saga Mystaria was developed by Microcabin, who were responsible for things like the Zack series of games, Lucien's Quest on 3DO, lots of RPGs, lots of really interesting games for quite a long time. They still exist today, sort of. They were absorbed into another company back in 2011 and stopped making games in 2008 to focus on Pachislot development. So somebody bringing up Konami earlier made me chuckle internally a little bit. But from the early 80s all the way to the mid-2000s, they were consistently developing games. That's what I'm seeing on online, Darples. I could be wrong, but I'm seeing credits from 1995 onward, including some Taito games, so who knows? May have been part of Zuntata, may have just been contract work at that time. Either way, also hello Evelyn. Tonight, I'm playing something that I know almost nothing about and bought because I thought it would be funny to have my first exposure be a licensed game of it. Which is to say, Bionicle for the PlayStation 2. They were a Lego product that I know so little about, other than that they're those kind of cool looking guys that wear masks and I guess fight. I haven't played this. I know nothing about Bionicle. I know a lot of people here were probably big into Bionicle. It's not something I ever knew about, because I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. I don't want this to sound wrong. I was too old to really be the target audience for Bionicle when they were coming out. You know, I was in that late teenage position where, no, that's for kids. I don't want to play it. I don't want to check it out. No, I'm too old to have engaged with them at all, Riley. But that's why I think it'll be funny to just grab the video game and see how it is. I do think that actually probably happened a lot, Volpez, because video games are the kind of thing, if you get a gift, you probably want to check out whatever it is. Exactly, Hee-Ho. Too old to be interested in toys, not old enough to be interested in them again. And who knows? Maybe the game's okay. Yeah, Bionicle, McDonald's toys for multiple years, stuck around a very long time. Do they still make... They don't still make Bionicle, do they? Also, I know it's not Bionicles, it's Bionicle, singular. Same way as Lego is always singular, it's never pluralized. Okay, so it does appear they are defunct. Yeah, it's Bonkle. Oh, interesting. I never would have considered, Null, that there's a Bionicle to Gunpla pipeline. But that makes a lot of sense when I think about it. Actually, it's Bicycle. Actually, it's Bonkle. It's like uncovering the Ark of the Covenant, Caleb. It makes me really happy to see how many people are passionately interested in Bionicle. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though it's something I have no attachment to and no knowledge of myself, it makes me happy to see that people are still really into it. The Bionicle dream. The fact that there's a community consensus like Bionicle delusional dream people have. I don't mean to call you all delusional, but like a shared hallucination of an alternate present in which Bionicle is still popular and sold in stores. That's kind of wonderful in a weird way. See, I always thought the pipeline, rather than like Bionicle to Gunpla, would be like Zoids to Gunpla. Because I know people who went Zoids to Gunpla. But that might also just be a small, generational divide. I mean, Zoids basically are Gunpla. You know what I mean, though. There's a Bionicle Super Mario 64 ROM hack. Zoid do still exist, yes. So, Caleb, you're now the third person to mention the dream. It really... It's delightful to me that Bionicle fans have a shared experience of the dream that everybody seems to have at some point, where they are desperately trying to manifest Bionicle back into stores. Happens every couple months. I don't mean to be laughing at you, it's really funny though. Anyway, let's check out this game. Unfortunately, the handling your PS2 format disc here does not tell us not to cut it into funny shapes, which stinks because that's still the funniest warning we've ever gotten. Let me see if I can find that. I know I saved a picture of that somewhere. Or did I? I thought I did. No, apparently not. Yep, this game was 2003, which that would still be kind of like peak Bionicle time, right? Oh no, here we go. To avoid damage to discs or the disk drive, insert only PlayStation 2 compatible discs. Never use oddly shaped discs, such as star-shaped or heart-shaped. This one doesn't warn me about it though, so who knows? Oh, Argonaut made this one. They made good games for the most part. Anyway. The weird Diddy Kong disc, that would only be a problem for slot loaders, not tray loaders. You've given me a great threat, Dweller Dark. Anyway, we know how to get set up. We've got our PS2 hooked up. Okay, here are our controls. Also, this manual appears to have been scanned somewhat poorly. We can move Toa with the D-pad or left analog stick. X is jump, XX is double jump. Fire Elemental Energy Blast is circle. Multi-bolt, where available. Press it in time with Toa's movement. To recharge, hold square when stationary. To do a Nuva Blast, Gali Nuva and Onua Nuva only. Hold square to fully recharge Elemental Energy Gauge, then immediately press the triangle button. I'm going to butcher these names till I hear them. Gonna do my best though. Activate special ability, triangle, switch target R1, lock on L1, then activate shield, square, pause, move camera right analog stick, center camera R1. This all seems pretty straightforward. Butcher them even after hearing them. No, I'm not British. Oh, the voice acting messes it up too. Nailed it so far. I try my best, you know. The dark spirit is rising. Fear and destruction threaten the peaceful Mataran villagers of the island of Matanui. The dark spirit Makata has returned, determined to conquer the land and rule its inhabitants. His shadowy power has corrupted the island's creatures and awoken the awesome Borak, insect-like creatures that destroy everything in their path. But the Mataran do not face Makata's threat alone. From every region of the island come the mighty Toa, the 6 guardian heroes of Matanui. Each Toa is a master of a different element, but all are united in their determination to save the island. Now the Toa must range across Matanui, using their elemental power to save the island's creatures and overcome Makata's minions. Ultimately, they must confront Makata himself, but before they dare challenge him, they must find a way to increase their powers. They must uncover the secret of the Toa Nuva. Wait, they had elastic launching heads. That's sick. Also, yeah, Lego James Bond. No way. Need to pronounce it more Hawaiian. Oh, okay. I'll try. I have very limited experience with Polynesian languages. Starting the game. Follow these steps to begin the battle to save Matanui. James Bonkle. Now we're talking. Also, this is how we use a menu. Serve Shack Tito. So yes, we know... Oh, hold on. To get the most from Bionicle, we recommend that you create a save file. This allows... Yeah, we know the concept of that. After the intro movie, press the start button at the prompt to enter the Kini Nui. Kini Nui is the magnificent temple at the heart of Matanui, where the mighty Toa meet. Okay, so we've got like an interactive hub menu. Pretty cool. Traveler's Tales did the sequel, Heroes. Is that one good, Riley? Because if it is, I'll pick it up at a shop when I see it. Alright, we know the idea here, but the 6 Toa can use Kini Nui's teleportation portals to reach their home regions, known as Wahi. When you begin a new game, only Toa Tahu, the Toa of Fire, is selectable, but as your quest to defeat Makata continues, you must play as each Toa in turn and explore all the Wahi of Matanui. Simple enough. very multi-platform for a late 2006 release. Is that one of the ones that's like cross PS2, Wii, Xbox, etc.? Kind of on every platform. 6 and 7. Toa Tahu begins the quest. Mighty Toa, my name is Taragavakama, head of the village of Takoro in the lands of Tawahi. I am wise in the legends and secrets of Matanui. Let me guide you as your quest to save the island and discover the power of the Toa Nuva begins. Makuta's power grows and our time is limited, so be guided by my words. To master the mysteries of elemental energy, the power that can overcome Makuta and his minions. Elemental energy, below. To discover more about Matanui, your brother and sister Toa, and their Wahi, island of Matanui. To learn about the Toa Nuva, their enhanced powers, and the challenges they must face. Toa Nuva. To read about the objects and features you will encounter on Matanui. Field Guide. Elemental energy is the force that exists in a raw state within every natural thing on Matanui. As a Toa, you can absorb and use this force from the world around you, but so can Makuta. You must bring balance by using this power wisely. Dark elemental energy. This corrupted energy is stolen from the environment and used by Makuta and his minions, and by the beguiled Rahi that he controls. Dark elemental energy is a dangerous and harmful force. Light elemental energy. When you absorb this force from your surroundings, it becomes light elemental energy, a power for good that can combat Makuta's minions, blast objects or structures, and free the Rahi from his influence. DS version being an FPS, there are a lot of FPS games on DS. It's crazy. I might have to pick that up too. Using elemental energy. When charged with elemental energy, you can target objects or creatures, then launch blasts of elemental energy at them. Enthralled, Rahi and Makuta's minions return fire with damaging blasts of dark elemental energy. Use your shield to protect yourself by absorbing these blasts. The absorbed blasts recharge your store of elemental energy, which is measured by the energy gauge. Seems pretty straightforward. Some Toa can launch a more powerful blast. Press the circle button 3 times, in time with the Toa's movement, to launch a multi-bolt blast. Gali Nuva and Onua Nuva can launch an even more powerful attack, the devastating Nuva Blast. Elemental energy is a versatile force. Blasts can also be used to trigger switches or reveal the contents of canisters. Items and creatures are targeted automatically when they come within range. When you release elemental energy blasts, they will always strike the selected target. To switch between available targets, press the R1 button. To lock onto the current target, press the L1 button. Locking on makes you face the target. Pressing the D button or left analog stick when locked on makes you circle the target. To cancel the target lock, press the L1 button again. Yeah, it was a partially unseated ribbon cable Volpez. So I fixed it. Hopefully it stays fixed. If not, I'll just mod another DS. Pressing the square button to raise your shield. Shielding dark elemental energy blasts not only protects you from damage, but also absorbs the blast and converts it into light elemental energy. The converted energy is absorbed and recharges your elemental energy gauge. Okay, so blocking's important. The shield can only be activated for short periods, so time its use well. Your energy and stamina gauge appears on screen whenever you lose or gain stamina or elemental energy. Each green marker represents 1/4 of your total stamina. Your current score of elemental energy is represented by this bar. Regaining stamina. Even the mighty Toa are not invincible. Dark elemental energy attacks and the perils of the Wahi's environment can damage your stamina. Your current stamina is displayed in the energy gauge. Each green marker represents 1/4 of your total stamina. When you are hurt, the green markers are lost one at a time. If your stamina drops to nothing, you will be returned to the beginning of the section in which you were overcome. Defeated creatures sometimes drop in a Manavolo sphere, a ball of stamina energy created from the last part of dark energy that exists in the creature. You can absorb this to boost your stamina. Stamina can also be regained by picking up a Kanohi of elemental energy. Sure. Well, I love that kind of thing, Kuzi. Techno-babble, fantasy babble, whatever you want to call it. All good by me. Recharging elemental energy. Every time you launch elemental energy blasts, you use up some of your store of this power. You can recharge your elemental energy gauge in 4 ways. Draw in elemental energy from the environment by holding down the square button. You must be standing still to recharge in this way. Absorb dark elemental energy attacks from enemies with your shield. Pick up Kanohi of elemental energy. These completely refill both your energy gauge and stamina gauge. And pick up energy spheres, only found in Polwahi. Makuta's minions. Facing Makuta is the ultimate challenge, but you must pass many of his agents before you reach that final confrontation. Rahi are the creatures that inhabit Matanui, ranging from rookie snapperfish to the huge bull-like Kanera. Many of these Rahi have fallen under the influence of Makuta, who has contaminated their Kanohi to bring them under his control. In their beguiled state, these Rahi have become aggressive and fearsome. Blast beguiled Rahi with elemental energy to cleanse their contaminated Kanohi and free them from Makuta's influence. We are playing Bionicle today. The insect-like Borak have been awoken by Makuta's power and sent swarming across the Wahi. They are driven by a need to destroy and the longing to free the Barak, the queens of the Borak swarms. The Taraga's legends speak of an inner intelligence that drives the Borak, known as the Krana, and hint at the awesome power these Krana can supply to those who possess them. Note, as the Toa Nuva, you must face even more powerful enemies. Who would have guessed? Rescuing Mataran. The Mataran villagers of Matanui fled in fear from the Borak swarms. As you explore the Wahi, you must find the scattered Mataran. Rescued Mataran can use freed Rahi to construct friendly Rahi at the Wahi's Kini to help you progress. Mataran are always overjoyed to see their Toa. Some Mataran will follow you for part of your journey, just for fun. Every time you rescue a lost Mataran, a counter pops up on screen, showing how many you've rescued in the current Wahi. Collecting light stones. These precious stones are found throughout Matanui. There are many light stones to collect in each Wahi, and successfully gathering enough of them unlocks the secret bonus content at the Kini Nui. Replay completed Wahi and try to gather more light stones and open all the bonuses. This counter pops up on screen whenever a light stone is collected. It records the current number you've collected so far in the current Wahi. Is this English? Sure. To stand a chance of successfully confronting Makuta himself, you must find a way to enhance your abilities. You must uncover the secret of the Tova Nua. The Toa Nuva have enhanced abilities. Different Toa Nuva have different powers. Gali Nuva and Onua Nuva can launch a devastating Nuva blast. I feel like they've told this to us several times. Lewa Nuva can glide through the treetops, while Gali Nuva can swim at high speeds and dive to the furthest depths of Lake Naho. The Toa Nuva must face increasingly tough battles as Makuta's influence grows. The Borak Kal, controlled by the more powerful intelligence of the Krana Kal, are tougher and smarter than their Borak cousins. The truth about the Rakshi lies hidden, but the whispers and rumors sweeping Matanui are frightening enough. Some call them the Sons of Makuta, while others hint that they each bear a fragment of the Dark Spirit's own body, which he uses to guide them. Makuta. The Dark Spirit Makuta is the enemy of everything good and beautiful on Matanui. He seeks to rule the island, using his dark influence to infect Rahi throughout Matanui, and commands the destructive force of the Borak, Borak Kal, and Rakshi. Of course, you and your brother and sister Toa entered his dark lair and faced his power before, but that was before the Borak swarms awoke. With new enemies ranged against you, you must hurry to find the secret of Toa Nuva transformation before you dare confront him again. Yeah, to the people who know about Bionicle, is this all relevant? Is this accurate, or did they play fast and loose with it? Or at least relative to what was known about it at the time. Island of Matanui, the arrival of the Toa. The text is a little small, there we go. Broadly accurate, okay. Legend tells us that the great being Matanui brought his people, the Mataran, to live on this island paradise, which they named in his honor. Protected by his loving guidance, the Mataran lived happily in their new home until Matanui's jealous brother, the dark spirit Makuta, cast a spell that caused Matanui to fall asleep. From that moment, Makuta's dark power dominated the land, bringing destruction and fear to the people. But hope did not die. Prophecies foretold that 6 heroes, the Toa, would arrive and save Matanui from Makuta. On a day that will never be forgotten, mysterious canisters were washed up on the island's shores, and from them sprang Tahu, Lewa, Kopaka, Gali, Pohatu, and Onua, the heroes of prophecy, gifted with great elemental powers. Canisters that you just so happen to be able to go buy at your local store that sells toys. Wahi of the Toa. Each of the Toa dwells in one of Matanui's 6 regions, known as Wahi, where their Mataran villagers live and worship their guardian Toa at the local temple, the Kini. Your adventure begins as Toa Tahu in Tawahi, but as the story unfolds, you must take on the role of all the mighty Toa and master the different skills their Wahi demand. When you achieve the Toa Nuva transformation, your powers will be greatly enhanced. They were distinctive. Toa Tahu in Tawahi. The volcanic region of Tawahi, dominated by the Mangai volcano, is watched over by Tahu, the Toa of Fire. This dramatic landscape, with its caverns and craters surrounded by burning streams of molten rock, is home to the Ta Mataran, who are guided by the wise Turaga Vakama. Hot-tempered and quick to act, Toa Tahu must master his impatience to safely navigate the floating platforms and treacherous crumbling rocks that span Tawahi's boiling lava flows. When he becomes Tahu Nuva, his quick reactions will be put to the test as he surfs Tawahi's treacherous magma streams on his lava board. We get to do lava surfing? Let's go! Toa Kopaka in Kauai. Kauai spans the snowy heights of Mount Ihu and its icy peaks. Kopaka himself lives near the village of Kokoro, where Turaga Nuju helps the Komataran survive in this dangerous region of avalanches, crevices, and icy storms. As the Toa of Ice, Kopaka relishes his Wahi's freezing environment, which matches his cool and calculating temperament, and allows him to enjoy his favorite pastime, snowboarding the snow-covered slopes with outstanding speed and skill. So we get lava surfing and snowboarding. I'm into it. Gali Nuva in Gawahi. Gali Nuva, the only female Toa Nuva, uses both her great wisdom and incredible agility to guard the streams and rivers that flow from Lake Naho and the coastal lands that they wind through. As the Toa Nuva of water, Gali Nuva can stay underwater for as long as she pleases, safely navigating the strongest currents. Turaga Nokama and the Ga Mataran that live in Gawahi marvel at her breathtaking speed through the water and her dramatic leaps and dives in the icy waters. Supremely agile, Gali Nuva can also move with speed and grace out of the water, leaping with ease between rocky pillars and cliff tops. Yeah, here you go. Take your pick. Choose a name. Yeah, the only female. Come on, there's 6 of them and only 1 girl? Come on. Yeah. Are they robots? Are they organic? How do they have gender? We've got some special controls. We'll figure it out. I'm sure the game will tell us. Cyborgs in the lore. Pohatu Nuva in Powahi. Powahi stretches from the slopes of Great Mount Ihu to the dusty deserts and canyons of the north, patrolled by the sure step of Pohatu Nuva, the Toa Nuva of stone. With his incredible strength, Pohatu Nuva could easily fling boulders like pebbles, or crush huge rocks to dust, but his friendly nature makes him slow to anger. Turaga Onewa and the Mataran of Pokoro live happily among the spires of rock and sandy wastes, safe in the knowledge that dependable Pohatu Nuva, having pledged to guard his people, will stand as an immovable barrier between them and Makata's works. So I think we're at the sound effects part of the soundtrack. Sorry about that. Here we go. Have more actual music. Onuanuva in Onuwahi. Onuanuva's domain lies underground, deep in the caves and mines of Onuwahi, where Turaga Whenua and the Onumataran dwell. With his powerful hands and broad body, the Toanuva of Earth has amazing strength and power, allowing him to shift huge weights, while his infrared eyes allow him to penetrate the darkness of the deepest caverns. The Onumataran of his domain, led by Turaga Whenua, share Onuanuva's night vision skill, which allows them to move safely through Onuwahi's maze of tunnels. Lewanuva in Lewahi. Soaring high through the treetops of Lewahi, Lewanuva, the Toanuva of air, guards the dense forests and jungles of southern Matanui, where the Leimataran inhabit. As quick to jump to a conclusion as he is to leap from branch to branch, Lewanuva relies on his sharp instincts to keep Lakoro and its inhabitants safe from Makata's influence. As they move across the dizzy heights of their forest home, the Leimataran often catch sight of Lewanuva's athletic displays as he grinds and leaps through the trees, swinging from vine to vine and gliding skillfully, unafraid of the dark swamps below. Very cool. Field guide. Grinding the trees. Hey man, if we got soap shoes and we're grinding, I'm on board. Newcomers to Matanui will find many unfamiliar objects and features scattered across its 6 wahi. That's me, I'm a newcomer. A Mana Volo Sphere. When a Rahi is freed or a Borak is overcome, the last part of dark energy released from the creature sometimes forms a blue ball of health-giving power. Light stones, mined by the Mataran of Onuwahi and found throughout Matanui. Collecting light stones unlocks bonus content at the Kini Nui. Does it have any pictures like it all? Only those really tiny ones in black and white we saw of each of the Toa Nuva. The Toa? Is that what? Toa. Kanohi of Elemental Energy. These sacred masks completely restore elemental energy and stamina when collected. Right, aren't masks a big part of Bionicle? I feel like they haven't talked about that. Elemental Energy Spheres. Found in the mines of Powahi, these spheres replenish replenish elemental energy. Canisters. Blast canisters with elemental energy to release their contents. Dark cages. Mataran are locked in these glowing pink cages of dark elemental energy, which can only be destroyed with a Nuva Blast. And switches. Triggered by varying amounts of elemental energy, these switches are scattered throughout the Wahi. All operate useful machinery, which can help you in your quest. Pause menu. That's all simple enough. Options, simple. Extras. The Kini Nui has long been the home of wisdom. Discover more by selecting extras from the Kini Nui screen. Some knowledge may be revealed to you as your quest progresses, but other secrets will only be unlocked by collecting the light stones scattered across the Wahi. You can replay movies. Oh, there's a beginner's guide to Matanui. Oh, it's like an encyclopedia. I love that kind of thing. And bonus content. Cool. So I know nothing at all about Bionicle, so I'm just diving right in to see what it's like. Saving and loading, that's just credits. Warranty. We've got ads for the Lego Club magazine. Oh, save $2 instantly when you buy Bionicle Mask of Light on DVD. Go deeper into the world of Bionicle with this must-see DVD. Is it a must-see DVD, chat? I didn't know that, Pyko. And then, finally, the Tales of the Toa can be told. Look for Bionicle books from Scholastic available wherever books are sold. And Bionicle Mask of Light the movie, an all-new motion picture event. Behold the epic adventure of Bionicle Mask of Light, the all-new CGI animated movie that brings the world of Bionicle to life for the first time ever. Get it today on DVD and video. Well, that's our manual. It's time to play Bonkle and see how it is. Now, my opinions will almost entirely be about the game itself, because I have no frame of reference for if it's accurate to the lore or the game. My judgments will all be coming from a place of, how is this as a game? Does it make sense as a game? Etc. So my opinion might be different from the Bionicle heads out there. Is there a name for Bionicle fan? Also, I got the game for $8. We'll see, was this worth $8? I think it's very hard for a game not to be worth $8, personally. You know, most games are good. Bonkheads, bonklers. I'm sure there's got to be some, like, in-universe word you could adapt to be a fan. Sword of Sodan worth $8? That's tough. I would say yes. For the entertainment I got out of it, yes. The game starts with a little trailer, a little attract mode. Right, $8 to introduce somebody else to Sword of Sodan sounds great. First impression from the little, like, intro cinematic here. Graphics really look pretty nice. But I'm just going to hit start. Do I wish to create a new save? Yes. Speedrun 37:29. That seems really fast for like a 3D action adventure game. All right, this is the Kini Nui, I think they called it. New game, load game options or extras. I like how this menu looks. So we can replay movies, bonus content, Matanui Visitor Guide, Islanders. How much is in here? Oh, the text speed is so slow. Can I change that anywhere? That visitor guide looks pretty cool. But I really need an option to increase text speed, if that's an option. It does not appear to be, but Speech volume is always low in games like this, so let's turn that up. Sound quality. Oh no, I can't adjust text speed. Genuinely, that's that's enough to make me not want to read that guide. Alright, new game. Tahu. Not available. Are there subtitles? No.
And the great being sent us the Toa to defeat Makuta and banish darkness from Matanui, raising him from slumber. Only the mighty Toa are able to remove the taints of Makuta.
Aren't those supposed to be masks? Why is it moving like a mouth?
Nicely done.
Help! Something is chasing me. You have to stop it!
What's that noise?
I don't know. I don't think it's friendly.
The mask mouths are so funny. Oh, look at that camera transition.
You will not harm the Matoran while the power of Matanui still flows through my being.
I'll save you.
We are in great danger. Let us travel back to our Wahi and deal with Makuta's dark threat once and for all.
Does she have 2 elbows per arm? She's got like an extra joint in there. Her wrist.
Oh!
Oh no! That poor little guy is stuck. If only there were a hero to come save him.
Tuatahu, spirits of fire, the Ta Matoran have fled from the Borok.
Do not worry, Taragavakama. I will see to their safety.
The way their face moves is so funny. Alright, so that's our jumping, that's our shield, that's our attack. Bionicle is 25 now. Goodness. Press X to jump. Press X again in the air for a giant leap. Okay, controls are fine. Camera control appears to be inverted. Is there an option around it? There sure isn't. So when I press left on the analog stick, the camera swings around the character. So this is up, down, left, right. I believe L1 will center behind the character rather lazily. Press X to jump. Press X again after you land so you can jump again. Okay, that takes from our energy gauge, I see. Okay, so that's a Matoran we saved. Maybe I'll get used to the camera very quickly. Honestly, first impressions visually, pretty positive. Looks nice, it runs smoothly. Okay, that recharges my energy. Not like a flashy looking game by any means, but really doesn't look bad. I'll get used to the camera quickly. I like that they seem to have prioritized a nice 60 FPS. Shield yourself with square. Your shield will convert dark energy into elemental energy. Whoops, I walked into lava. Yeah, quite a Dak and Jackster. You can recharge your energy gauge by catching dark energy on your shield, or holding down square to draw in new energy from your surroundings. I learned all that reading the manual. Clatch it and rank. Jones, have I told you about the time I was in a game store and heard somebody look at you know, a game in the glass case and say Jex when seeing Gex? Time your attacks carefully to release a powerful multi-bolt. They said out loud, Jex the Gecko. And I've never been so stun-locked in real life before. I stood there non-comprehending. But he said Jex the Gecko, which is the most confusing part. If he said Jex the Gecko, sure. Some people want to watch the world burn, apparently. Okay, so our Z targeting is on L1, not R1. Can I get up there? Yeah. Of course I can. That's a light stone, I take it. Okami turns 20 in a week. That's a good game. This is gonna sound weird. I wish Okami were a little bit shorter. I think it's just a little too long for its own good. Yeah, my first impressions of this game continue being positive. This might just be a totally fine licensed game. Will I play the other oh, wait till I play them? Are they worse? Is what you're saying. Did they put the best part of the game right up front? The bug noise is that loud because game developers didn't figure out audio mixing until like 2010. Okay, he does slip and slide a little bit. Hold on, I think we can adjust that. Speech volume we already have maxed. Let's turn sound effects down to almost half. My Resident Evil Revelations Riley does indeed say Revelations on the spine. As is proper. Now, I'm sure there's secret stuff I'm gonna miss at some point, but that's okay. I don't need to 100% this game. Gotta say though, as somebody who knows nothing at all about Bionicle, my first impressions are pretty good. Game looks rather cool. Controls fine. Even if I'm just comparing it to other, you know, like PS2 era licensed games, seems pretty high quality.
We need Rahi power to open this door. But all our friendly Rahi have fled from the Bull Rock. Rescue Matoran helpers to build a replacement.
Okay. I didn't expect practically all of my attacks to be projectile based, but I don't hate it either. You know. Oh. I need health badly. Oh, there we go. Sounds like the kid in the old Tootsie Pop commercial. Maybe it is. You know what PS2 game I'm thinking about right now and getting pissed off all over again? That awful, stupid Carmen Sandiego Quest for the Stolen Drums whatever game. This manages to be much higher quality. They didn't even attempt to be even the slightest bit educational. Now, what's this operating? Ah, I see. So I need to get a friendly Rahi to operate that for me. Quest for my stolen time, that's right. They didn't even pretend to make it even slightly educational. And that makes it unconscionable, you know? I mean, this game really doesn't seem that bad. Maybe the first level just makes a good impression. But it mostly seems just totally alright. you know? Now, is that thing I saw up there something I can target? Yeah, it did the British dev thing. Put the best level up front. Can I not target that up there? PS2, you can almost always find a worse game. Is that a thing I can target? Feels like it. Apparently not. There was a Babe PS2 game. Whoops. Could swear I hit jump. I mean, there's nothing bootleg about Phoenix games. They were officially licensed. They're just bad. Speaking of PAL PS2 games, however, I've mentioned before, I did pick up one Phoenix Games release. And I've mentioned this before, I picked up the extraordinary mini golf game, Crazy Golf. I did also pick up a game that got a release in Europe and Japan, but not the US. An early PS2 golf game, which I mean like 2001, called Mr. Golf, which I have tried out for a bit off stream. It's, I think the only way I could describe it we have Hot Shots Golf at home. So it's very clearly trying to be like, you know, a Hot Shots / Everybody's Golf type game, and doesn't quite have the chops to pull it off, but it's pretty good. I'll stream it eventually. Okay, I think the problem I've been having on these moving platforms is if you try to move before you jump, sometimes it eats your input. So jump and then move seems to be the play. Do I have Tulip? No, but I can play backups just fine. So I can have Tulip. Oh, also speaking of PAL releases, I did pick up Alfred Chicken PS1. He's the coolest. It was just Alfred Chicken Day the other day. Hello, Imva. I know I shared that on socials. It was the release day of Alfred Chicken and Super Alfred Chicken. He's very cool, kids. Bionicle's going just fine. Bionicle's not something I know anything about, but it's been fun to play so far. Not want to get targeted? Apparently not. Ah, I see. I thought I did. So I was kind of, I'd say, past the target age for Bionicle when they were popular, Imva. So I have no experience of them. So this is my first real exposure to Bionicle. You're all getting it together with me. There we go. Didn't want me attacking this boss directly for whatever reason. Have I seen the adverts for them? Not really. Did I save enough little guys? Oh, I think I did. Maybe. Ah, I did. Oh, game seems all right so far. Definitely seems worth the asking price of $8. Any secrets? Nope. I will say, I'm quite impressed by the graphics. They seem quite good. Was it worth 50 at launch? I doubt this was 50 at launch. 40 maximum, I would guess it was more likely even that this would have targeted like 20. It was probably a budget release. Be my guess anyway. So if anybody can find an advertisement with the MSRP, I would be interested. Oh, my shield did not protect against more than one blast. Let's try again. If any Bonkle scholars in the chat want to let me know the price of this game at launch, I would be most grateful. Okay, I only need to tap L1 to start my targeting. I don't need to hold it. That makes this way easier. Oh, thinking of games in general, because I had the N64 hooked up for Quest, I was looking at, you know, well, what are some other N64 games I'd be maybe interested in streaming? And I found a game made by Hudson that looks to inhabit kind of the 50-50 point between Virtual On and Frame Gride, called Last Legion UX, which appears to be a story-based giant robot fighting game, or robot fighting game in arenas. And it has a fan translation. So I gave it a try. It's pretty fun. Might stream it in the future.
What's it doing to my mind? I must tell the others. Chronicler, sightseeing, are you?
Toe. I was investigating the totems and saw a great Kanoe mask floating on the lava.
You should return to the Koro. It's dangerous here.
Oh, I missed one light stone. Damn. Oh well. Save successful. About 40. I'm trying to think, if I had been a kid when this came out.
I have discovered the secret of the Borok's power, and it is also their weakness. Capture the Krana.
I'm chasing a Borok now. He's heading
Whoa,
for the
why are
king.
the voices so
There
out
isn't much time.
out of balance? Oh, is this a Crash Bandicoot style stage? Oh, now it's normal. Oh, I can attack even like this. I see. Yeah, I can see this stage being annoying if you were going for like 100%. Now, are these guys my buddies? My rivals? You know what, though? All credit to the game. It's running pretty good. Right, the background being complicated, that's what kids liked about it. Actually, yeah, how did this game review? So I can easily see this being a case where, like, reviewers didn't quote-unquote get it, you know? .8 on IGN, that's shockingly low. Like, I wouldn't at all consider this a poorly made game. .3 out of 10 is nuts.
Toakopaka,
The Borak has burrowed through that cliff. I fear it's heading for Kokoro.
Nice voice. At 3.8, you need to be like non-functional in a lot of ways to get a score that low, in my opinion. Activate your shield to knock the Borak into the air. So do I need to... Whoa! We got a first-person part of the stage now? Did I do that, or is that just how it is for this part? This is kind of sick. That was dope. Okay, so I need to ram into him and activate my shield. Like that. Okay. This is kind of cool. What do you mean can hardly be called a game? Am I not gaming right now? I think I'm actually gaming kind of nuts. Whoa. That was almost bad. I think I'm... got ahead of the enemy. Oh, there we go. Gotta catch up. Common complaint is the camera. It took me all of 2 minutes to adjust to it. I don't know what they're complaining about. Four would mean below average in a sane scale. IGN scale, though, like anything under a 7 is considered below average. Hey, Kai, thank you. I'll give you a shout out. What were you up to? I'm playing Bionicle. I know nothing about Bionicle. The frog wants what's theirs. What were you playing, Kai? Oh, did I fail and they burned down the village? That's funny as hell, if so. I think I did. Yup. Alone in the Dark 2024. How is that? I heard almost nothing about it when it came out, but I love the original Alone in the Dark games. I've only played 1 and 2 and the New Nightmare. I never played 3. And I played the 2009 one as well. That's so funny that it gave me a failure cutscene. I did not expect that. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. It gets this far ahead of me again. I'm screwed. Oh, the environment shielded him that time. Oh, I'm fucked. Not doing nearly as well as last time. So where is he? Is he ahead of me still? Combat kind of floaty. I mean, I would hope there's not even that much combat in a Alone in the Dark game. I gotta go faster. Oh no. there anything I can do to slow him down? That's good. I need to get, like, in a loop of that. Oh, yep. We've failed again. Shrugs it off like it's nothing. That's funny. Yeah, did this traumatize anyone else as a kid? Yeah, I had a thought like that earlier, Volpez. Does anybody remember? I think it was a Nickelodeon bumper from the early 90s. I'm pretty sure it was Claymation, where a kid is going on like a swing set. And he does he's going really high and eventually goes all the way around and turns inside out or something like that. Does anybody else remember that? 'Cause I remember finding it really freaky as a kid. I don't know if it was claymation or traditional animation. You remember that? Okay, so it's not just me. I didn't hallucinate that one. Inside Out Boy, that was it. Yeah, and it was a swing set that did it, wasn't it? There we go. I can get at least 2 hits in per... Whoops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did Procione. Come on, get back out here. You found it? Hell yeah. Bionicle the best game on the PS2? No, but it's not bad. A little shocked IGN gave it a 3.8 out of 10. Hold on, somebody look up what did IGN give Trigger Man, if they gave that a score at all. Because that's still one of the worst games I've ever streamed. A 2? Okay, that's fair. Oh, one of my shots didn't hit him. I just keep letting my villagers die. This is pretty funny. Their little screams are great. You can't skip this cutscene either. Let's see, what are other terrible PS2 games? What did IGN give Frogger the Great Quest? Because while I enjoyed that one, it's really bad. 3. This is better than that, but this and that do not deserve to be in the same bracket. Do you know what I mean? Can't catch up to the guy. There we go. Damn, if you mess up one time, you're gonna struggle to catch up. He's just underground now. Not anywhere I can get to him. Come on, 2 more hits and I got him. There we go. Cola, you are being a very good kitty. And I'm glad to hear that the sanity is returning, Procione. Crazy Frog Racer. I gotta play that.
Kopaka, Toa of Ice, you have saved our Koro, and we thank you. Alas, the swarm leader has escaped, fleeing down the mountain. The path down the mountain is most treacherous. There have been many unnatural landslides there of late. Take care.
I will do my sworn duty.
We'll do our sworn duty. Oh, we're already... God, don't tell me things like IGN gave Lunar Dragon Song a better score than God Hand. That's... There's no way. Sworn duty to catch sick air, you know it. Dragon Song got a 6.3. Dragon Song is one of the rare games that I think a 2 out of 10 is an appropriate score for. That game's just straight up not very good. Oh, I'm dying, I'm dying. Oh, God. No, Gideon 3 wasn't the CEO of racism. He was just chilling. Ooh, what did IGN give Eminem's Shell Shocked? Which is a game I did ultimately end up enjoying way more than I would have thought. It is quite tough to dodge these missiles. Oh, we did it. Yep, 5.4 for Blues Brothers 2000. That's fine. That's average. And it's average. Maybe a little below average.
I tried to warn you about the boulder, but I was too late.
I warned you about boulders, bro.
The Borok has fled into that cave.
It keeps happening. Oh. I want to get up on that upper level. Wait, I saw multiple Mazarans I've failed to save now. Oh no, those were bad guys. I thought those were my guys that I had to save. You know what this level reminds me of? This reminds me of a level in Klonoa 2. Quite similar for a moment there. Alright, still got 2 hits in. None that time. Eminem's kart racing getting a 3, that's totally fair. So that game's ludicrously bad. And it's bad in almost every way it's possible for a game to be bad, you know? Got him. Yes, it is Chappie. It's a kart racer with
I must
no
return
items.
to the others at once.
All right. We didn't do that well, but we got through it. Oh, we got a cutscene. That tracks, Volpez. From everything I know, Football Manager is a very good series. You just need to, you know, like managing a football club. Or are they getting their beefier forms now? Yeah, they're Toa Nuva now instead of just Toa.
Toa? Golly?
I may be changed to Raganokama, but my love for my people remains the same.
And yet all is not well. The Borak Kal are a more fearsome foe than we have ever
It must
seen.
have been a hype as a
They are
kid.
threatening to overcome us all.
Do not.
You know, you've got these
My
original
Nuva
toys
power
for a
can
couple
overcome
years,
any obstacle.
and then they have like an upgraded form. That would have been sick. Right? I can easily imagine that being really hype. This is the water one, right? Yeah, so she's fine with... Why was... What's his name? Tua not okay with going in lava? You'd think that would be, like, his thing. Nice water... I wouldn't go that far. I have played Oni. I have that one. The Ga-Mataran are hiding all around us. When in the water, you can hold triangle to swim fast and double jump to leap out of the water and explore the Wahi. Cool. Hawk Toa. Oh, that's funnier than it should be. Right, you would think as the Toa of Fire he would be immune to lava. But I guess not. Well, I'm pretty pleased with this for an $8 pickup. Every Wednesday, Parallax. Doom is always on Wednesdays. Let's see, how can I go lower in the water? Monday and Friday are retro games on real hardware. Very occasionally I'll have a Saturday stream, but typically you can always expect Doom on Wednesdays. Hoping we'd have more water control than this. Like I'm supposed to. How do I go lower? I want to go down there. I gotta play Congo again at some point. Hold on, let me check the manual again for the swim controls. Because I thought I was doing what the game said, but maybe I'm misunderstanding. Dive, double jump, then press triangle when in air. The higher the jump, the deeper Gali Nuva dives. That's weird. So the higher I jump, the deeper I dive. I wonder how long it would take me to beat Congo the movie, the game. Well, see, I remember State of Emergency rather fondly. But I've heard a lot of people really don't like that game. I always thought it was fine. You know what game I remember being surprisingly fun? The 50-cent games. There we go. Blood on Sand. It's really funny, that's why. But also, like, they play competently, is the thing. Burger King games, they're okay. They've got a lot of novelty value because they were, you know, free. How are they stupid expensive now? They used to, I mean, besides literally being free, it used to be years and years you could find them for like $1 at game stores. CDI Burger King one, can't say I've tried it, but I also don't particularly feel like I need to be trained to be a Burger King employee. Rogue Warrior a 1.5? There's no way it's that bad. I will say, of the stages I've played thus far, this is the only one where it feels to me like they weren't sure how to implement the controls. Because you think we would have, you know, full 3D swimming control. And we very much do not. Oh, I guess I shot a canister. There we go, now we're exploring above the water once more. Why don't they sink like rocks? Why is the one who's supposed to be able to swim not able to swim freely? Our sister is trapped in that dark energy cage. We can't get her out. Only the strongest of blasts could crack it open. You must fully charge your energy with square, then immediately press triangle to activate your Nuva Blast. Look, every game needs that. There we go. Wow, you can really swim fast. I heard the higher up you can get, the deeper you can dive. That's so cool. That's true. I think I can make this jump, right? Yeah. Whoop. Now, I think this game actually probably would benefit from actually being more like Ocarina of Time. Actually being more of a Zelda-type game than just a stage-by-stage action game. Nothing against stage-by-stage action games. I do love those. But with the depth of the lore and everything here, feels like a missed opportunity. Yeah, there's very few games that wouldn't benefit from being more like Ocarina. Hey, Gally, I bet if you dove from here, you could reach the bottom of that abyss. I've got a friend who for years and years and years avoided playing Zelda games because too many people told him that he would like it, until he eventually just decided, fine, I'll play Ocarina of Time. And he did. And then, you know, admitted to me that he finally had and said, yeah, turns out literally everyone in the world is right, and it's a great game. It's like, yeah, man. We tried to tell you for like 20 years. But too many people said he would like it, so he just didn't play it. MX vs. ATV Unleashed, the ATV Off-Road Fury games, those were all very popular around this time, and they were fun. They were all good. Quite literally a modern Green Eggs and Ham. We even told him, you're doing Green Eggs and Ham, and he said, I don't care. Quite amusingly, the thing that made him actually finally play it was he had played the Link's Awakening remake on Switch. Because I guess somebody just gave him a copy, so he said, fine, I'll play a Zelda game. He loved it, and then sought out other Zeldas. And then, you know, eventually played the not remake of Link's Awakening, loved that even more, and just kept on going. He hasn't played NES Zelda yet, and he hasn't played A Link to the Past. No, I think he did play A Link to the Past. He hasn't played the NES Zelda games yet, which I know those are a tough sell for some. So I've played about the first hour of Malice Meaty Spag. I have it on PS2. Tempted to get it on Xbox for, I think, slightly higher resolution, but substantially the same game on both. I think the development history of Malice is much more interesting than the game itself. As a game, that was also Argonaut, wasn't it? But I played about an hour, and it was fine. I have Ned. I haven't streamed it, but I have played it. Yeah, it was supposed to be Gwen Stefani voicing Malice. And that would have been pretty cool. So I think a Metroid Doom just came out recently. Yeah, I do remember Woozle streamed Malice and hated it, which made me buy a copy at my local game store when I saw it. It seems alright. Oh no, I wanted to get up there. Oh, I can just go this way. Yep, Malice the platformer. Golly, look! With the boulder gone, you can swim through to the Kini. Yeah, but there's more stuff over here. Is A Dog's Life any good, or is it just a big meme game? Picked up with relative ease. You have a poop button in A Dog's Life. That's true. Can't be a bad game with a poop button. Half of the game is about farts. Look, I'm already sold on it. You don't need to keep selling me. I do know the ending. I've watched enough people stream it, but... pick those up. Nope. Remember A Dog's Life being grinding dependent? Oh, come on. Surely I made that jump. There we go. You know what the little Maturin remind me of? They remind me of the little dudes from Jet Force Gemini. Really? Did I not stay down there long enough? Jet Force Gemini, I think, is a great game. Certainly the most ambitious of Rare's N64 games, in my opinion. Extremely ambitious, and for the most part, pulls it off really well. Did I get stuck? You know what? Screw it. I don't care about picking those up that bad. You know, I've thought about picking up and streaming some of the older RPG Maker games. Can I not swim along the surface of the water at all? I cannot. Great Milk Adventure. Tell me more. There we go. Right, I think they were trying to make it, you know, simple enough for little kids to understand. But kids aren't stupid. Well, no, kids are stupid, but they can figure that out. You can trust them enough for that. Now, does this qualify as a waterfall secret? I'm gonna count it. Kids are stupid, but they're not dumb. That's a good way to put it. There's a ton of RPGs on PC98, Howl. And surprisingly, quite a lot of them have been translated. So I will be able to stream from my PC 98 very soon. However, a caveat is that for older PC 98 titles, I will not be able to... Can I not go back over there? There we go. I won't have FM sound available right away. Because I will need a specific PC98 sound card for that, which are unfortunately quite expensive these days. For later titles, I'll be able to use wavetable synth, like Windows GS sound. There are no modern dupes, unfortunately. But titles that run, you know, for Windows for PC98, those I will be able to do with whatever sound they initially supported, just not FM synth. Wow, she really doesn't want to pick that one up. I'm going to try for it one more time. Savage Future, I'll see. I need to see if there are any compatibility issues with DOS 6.2 for PC98 as opposed to regular DOS 6.2. But that will be a possibility, yes. There we go. I couldn't let it slip away. But so it means games like Doom for PC 9821 will actually run fine and have audio just fine. They just wouldn't have FM sound. I do know Stretch Panic. If we were 13 Mataran strong, we could activate the Kini and construct a submarine Rahi to smash through the barrier to the Borak Khal's cave. Golly, you have to find more of our sisters. How many do I got? 12. I just need one more. Surely I can find one more. Somewhere around here, probably. Let's try jumping from up here. Oh, or just going up here. Oh, there we go. That did it for me. The Fighter Maker games always looked interesting, but also very janky. I just know that as a player, I don't have the patience for something like making a full game in RPG Maker on the PlayStation, you know? Does the PS2 one support mouse and keyboard? So if it does, that would make it a lot more reasonable. And not so onerous. A game I picked up on PS2, just because I would like to test one of the PS2's features. Myst 3 Exile. The PS2 version, I believe, does support a USB mouse, which would be kind of fun to mess around with. Oh, speaking of mice, my copy, I know I mentioned this, my copy of Police Knots on 3DO did come in. with the mouse. I'm just going to need to wait a few weeks until I have a Friday with enough time to do it as just one go. So get excited for that. Whoa. Oh, these are the Bionicle, I see. How many hits do they take? 4 or 5? Star Fox 64 is not a horrible port, believe it or not. Whoops, I've died. And it does support the N64 mouse if you are fortunate enough to have one. Which most people do not. I love that they make an almost Godzilla sound when you hit them. Why are they making human screams? Look, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. I don't know. I don't know anything about Bionicle. Whoops. Let's just be just a little more deliberate here. Sometimes it's a little tough to tell where I'm getting hit from. Oh, even touching the corpse of one seems to hurt me. Do they drop health when they go down? Seems to be the case. So let me pick that up. Let me pick that up. There we go. Touching stuff I don't want to. It's my fault, not the games. There we go. I'm in a decent rhythm now. Two more. Go. This fight kind of gets easier the longer it goes on because of the, you know, now they're not swarming around the outside.
I
There we
defeated
go.
the Bionicle, but you sense something else?
Chronicler.
I have seen them. Strange new creatures, dark, and they flew toward Onawai.
Onua, my brother. I must warn him.
Yay. Also, IGN saying you could 100% this in under 2 hours. That's full of shit. No way. Not that this appears to be a very long game, but under 2 hours to 100% it. Certainly not on a first play. Oh, I'm the tough one now.
Bahatu!
Always a pleasure, Golly.
I wish that were so, but I bring grave news. Strange creatures have been spied, heading toward Onuahi. I fear Onua may be in trouble.
Technically right.
I will run to Onuahi and help. Find Lua.
I will. Look!
Look!
Do not worry yourself, sister. I will rescue my young friend.
In due time. Let me see if there's anything hiding back here. There is not. I knew you would get that, Karin. I'm thinking of that one. Look! He's going for a world record! And it's a guy just like running on a pier or whatever. The way she said it made me think of that. I think a little more variety between how the characters control would be nice. Not to say they control badly, they control fine. But they feel more similar than they look. To the point where you would kind of hope one would be a little different, you know? Oh, I thought that would be like a path. Oh well. Fine, I'll go where the game clearly wants me to go. No, what fun is that? Come on. Oh. No, I say I'm not going to try to get 100% and then I start... I see a shiny thing and I must jump for it. There we go. Was the other one Bionicle Heroes? So I bought this on PS2 because it was what I saw at the game store. Are there any significant differences between the versions that you're aware of? Oh no! Oh, I don't hate Xbox, I just saw this one for sale.
Sorry to drop in like this, but I can't stay. How are we supposed to get out of here?
We'll need to open the 6 locks on this door. Let's go!
Let's go. Also, you can't say I hate Xbox, Howell. I'm playing Xbox on Friday. I'll be playing a game called Knight's Adventure something. It's got a weird title where I can't tell what part comes first or what part is the subtitle. Let me find the name. It's a very generic looking 3D action adventure that's an exclusive called Knight's Apprentice Memorex Adventures. That's the one, Kuzi. Oops, I didn't pay attention to what the game was telling me at all, because I was looking up the name of that game. Okay, I can lean. French-developed game. That could mean anything. Some French-developed games are great, some are not so good. Oof, we going fast enough here or what? I've been picking up a bunch of original Xbox titles lately, usually exclusives whenever I see them at a shop. Oh, I need to hit the jump button. That's not an auto jump. I see. I've heard the game one I picked up a couple weeks ago, or months ago, Nightcaster, is apparently slightly similar to Quest 64. Is what I've been told. Oh, I went right off the tracks that time. See, if anything, I would say French games are tainted by infogrames more than anything. Oh, the ones I already activated stay active. That's kind of nice. I see I had to jump. I saw somebody earlier say this minecart level was ass. So far, it's fine. Camera's not helping matters, but... That was pretty funny. Oh, I had to shoot that one. I mean, you can see ahead, but not really. Speaking of French Xbox games, I should play Munch's Odyssey. I believe that's French. I know Oddworld is French. I don't know if that game specifically was. I bet this stage is great in the speedrun. Probably just fly right through. What hit me that time? Energy seems to add to my headlight, but I'm not sure what my headlight does. I do have the Oddworld game for Game Boy, which against all odds is rather good. That just, it's Game Boy, original Game Boy. Stranger's Wrath is a game that got tons and tons of critical acclaim when it came out that always just kind of bounced off of me. I am winning Hiyori. I've never seen anything about Bionicle before. This is my first exposure to it. It's pretty cool. Having a good time. Still not sure what's hitting me there. Yeah, I think for us specifically, we were outside of the age bracket that Bionicle was targeted at. And I don't know if you were like me at that age where you thought you were too cool for stuff that you perceived as aimed at kids, rather than, you know, being for cool teenagers like yourself. Did I die to something? Yeah, the green powers the cart, and it seems to power my shot as well. But it's also one of those things where, like, I can obviously see the appeal, especially now. No, see, Wind Waker I did play with great anticipation because, you know, Zelda's my favorite series. So that one got a pass. But this is functionally my first exposure whatsoever to Bionicle in terms of actually engaging with it in any way. And I'm having fun. This is a pretty well made, like licensed game. Good graphics, plays pretty competently. This minecart level's a bit annoying, but not horrible. Ah, I see. I just wasn't going fast enough before, maybe? That must have been it. I gotta be able to hit whatever switches come up. Oh, be going fast enough. There we go. Oh, please be near the end. We're doing good. Nice. 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 That one I couldn't shoot quick enough. How'd that hit me again? Oh, come on! All right, we're getting there. Come on. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with chat right now because this is a somewhat demanding level on one's attention. How'd that hit me? I guess because I was leaning? Because the moral is don't be greedy. Or at least not too greedy. That one still got me. Almost feels like you need to pre-fire your shot for that. Oh, come on, I hit jump. Oh, what was the MTV NES game? It's one of the game show type ones, wasn't it? I'm forgetting which one. I know there's a bunch of, like, digital game show NES games. Jackass does have a game, and somewhat confoundingly, it's one of the rare PS2 games to support 1080i resolution rendering, along with like Gran Turismo 4, Tourist Trophy, and I think one other game. Scalding hot take, I don't like Tony Hawk's Underground 2. That, for me, was when the series had finally strayed too far from skateboarding, and it just wasn't fun for me. Not that it's a bad or poorly made game, but anytime I played it, I would just find myself thinking, I'd rather play Tony Hawk 3. Granted, Tony Hawk 3 is also one of the best games ever made, and I'm being completely serious when I say that. Linguini, you can always adjust the aspect ratio in settings, and I would implore you to do so, to not stretch them out, unless the game supported widescreen. Hey, nice streak. I've been finding Bionicle is quite interesting. I've never had any experience of it before. So everybody's getting to watch me have my first Bionicle exposure today. Oh, come on! I jumped that. How are you doing, though, Fleet? Nice streak. I've still got my original PS2 as well, Felly. Still working great. After all these years. Yeah, I need to do better through this first half. Taking hits here is no good. You know what the gameplay here sort of reminds me of? Like 3 different Indiana Jones games. That all have, you know, a minecart segment one way or another. See, I haven't done the SD memory card thing. So if I need to play a backup, I can just burn a DVD. Now, how'd I not get by that one when I did before? Flexing. Come on! I hit jump. I don't think the minecarts in Donkey Kong Country are good at all. I also just don't like Donkey Kong Country very much, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. Now, games wish they could have minecart segments as mind-boggling as Virtual Hide-Lide. Or Dr. Hauser running on a, burnt disc in seconds per frame. DKC2 is by far the best of the classic ones, though honestly, Returns and Tropical Freeze on Wii and Wii U respectively, absolutely clear, worlds better than the Super Nintendo ones. How is that count as hitting me? It's not even stretched out into the center area, whatever. I'll just remember for next time. Likewise, jumping that one. This feels like DK64. That's damning. With this, at least, this looks pretty nice. It's got a degree of visual interest to it. That sucked. Shoot the damn thing. Thank you. I don't agree with the damage I took there at all. There we go. Nope, still going. Or not. Nope, still going. Is it just hiding loading areas now? Nope. Wait, this is the same thing again. Did I miss something? This is just repeating now. Have I failed to collect stuff? Even without what feels like a forced repeat now, the stage is way too long. Good lord. What am I missing? I'm obviously missing something here. If anybody knows, I do not mind being backseated. You can tell me straight out. Hey, Critic of Innocence, thank you for the resub. 15 months. Appreciate it. Were you a Bionicle head? I don't know if there's an accepted group fan name. Are you a bonkler? That was no good. Okay, what did I miss last time? Was it just that pickup? Or did I hit the wrong switch? Was I supposed to leave that switch unshot? So that it would stay green, and instead I made it red and now I'm in hell? Is that what happened? Feels like that's what happened. Okay, we got through it that time. At least I'm getting better at it. Did that count? No, I definitely missed whatever that was. Three guys got arrested for pulling off $1 million Lego heist. Okay, I think the stage is repeating. What am I missing here? Am I gonna have to look up a guide for Bionicle for the PS2? 4 targets. I hit 2. Stole 2.5 kids. I could swear I hit all of them. So I hit that one. I'm trying to see where I could possibly be missing them. I think they're supposed to be, like, flashing, right? No, I think I'm trying to hit targets to set me on the right track to leave or whatever. And I need to hit 4 and I didn't hit them all. So I hit that one. You can see that one's been toggled. Might be there's only one left now. I think it's not for a while yet. We shall see. Did I not hit that one? Do I need to do this again? I think I need to do it again. Because your shot is not very accurate. I think there's also one still coming up. Maybe. I'm like slowing down on purpose now just to have a chance at it. I guess there's no reason I can't go through this slowly, but kind of feels like agony. There we go. I think I got it. Question mark? Oh, come on! There was one. Clearly already activated. That one also clearly already activated. We do appear to be somewhat in limbo. Maybe third loop's the charm. Is it lean into them to hit them, or shoot your projectile. So it's felt like it's been projectile. Well, I missed, so we get to try again. I mean, the Star Fox 64 train stage is, you know, at least not this railroaded, literally. Also, I don't know if our progress maintains here. Yeah, I'm not sure either, failure by winning. I know nothing about Bionicle. This is my first Bionicle exposure. Okay, so reaching out, clearly I hit that switch already. Our switch is supposed to be green or red? Wait, this seems like a... No, it's the same area. I just had never noticed that. I don't know anymore, man. Okay, if they're green, I'm assuming they've been activated. And nothing I can do would reactivate them, so... That one's been hit. Am I just missing some of them? Like not even seeing them at all? Distinctly possible. There we go. We are PS2 gaming a Pasher with Bionicle, which I know nothing about, but have been having quite a lot of fun with. Even if we are in a little bit of minecart hell right now. We should be finally getting out of minecart hell, so I'm quite pleased. Now that I think I've figured out what I was doing wrong. I think that should be it. Bionicle has a ton of lore.
Gali wanted to warn you of creatures.
Creatures like this!
No, Pohatu!
Brother?
Your speed is needed elsewhere. Run and warn Tahu. It will give me great pleasure to deal with this. Let me give you a real Oluwahi welcome.
See, I was too old to be the target audience for Bionicle when it was new. But it's fun taking a look at it now. Just got knocked into the crust of the earth. Yeah, I'll give them a real welcome. Dies in one hit. We're fine. I'll take a platforming stage over a minecart one almost any day, so... The game, though, is quite competent, I would say. Can I... Push a rock up here to hold it open. Look at that. Puzzle gaming. Now, I've heard from several Bionicle fans in the chat that all Bionicle fans at one point or another have what is called the dream, wherein you have a vivid dream that Bionicle is being made once again and is back on the shelves at your local store. Can other Bionicle fans confirm that this is a real phenomena in the Bionicle fandom that everybody can relate to? Everyone at one point or another has, quote unquote, the dream. There are entire forum discussions about the dream. I believe the dream is Bionicle specific. I could be wrong, but that is the impression that I get. Have you had the dream? I like how this place looks like it's, you know, collapsing in on itself, but it's fine. Had a dream they were selling Mega Drives again. I mean, that'd be great. Forget, you know, the Mega Drive Mini, you know, the Genesis Mini that Sega did. Just call up, you know, Tectoy over in Brazil. Get them making the real thing for you again. Everybody would like that. That, unfortunately, you know, mass manufacture of CRTs again is almost completely impossible because none of the manufacture pipeline exists anymore. No, Linguini, you're thinking of the At Games Genesis, which is different than the Genesis Mini. It's very nice hearing how much Bionicle fans love and care about it. Because even if I'm not part of the fandom, it's always fun to see, you know, passionate people excited even all these years later. And that reflects very positively on, you know, the source material. I'm shocked this game got a 3.8 from IGN. This is a perfectly fine game. It's not like, you know, incredible or great or anything like that. It's certainly worth the $8 I paid for it. You know. That guy just took a ton of hits to die. This game was rated worse than Blues Brothers 2000. That's true, somehow. I would put this above Blues Brothers 2000. I don't even think Blues Brothers 2000 is, like, horrible. It's just ordinary mediocre, you know? It's not offensively bad. There were even parts when I was playing it that I would say, I had some fun. That's damning, isn't it, to say, well, there were even parts that were fun. You mentioning Hercules just has me wanting to play the Xena PS1 game again. It's just like a straight up good game. Not just like, you know, good for a licensed game from, you know, 1999. I'd just say that one's good. Too bad there was never a PS2 Xena. Well, that was close. These guys are a little janky feeling. Oh, come on. What's a video game without any jank, right? Okay, they've just got a really big hitbox. So they can actually push you back by accident, and then you will get caught. Yeah, like that. You gotta wait for them to pull all the way away. Oh, come on. I'd been doing fine up to that point. Oh, I was wondering for a sec, what if the timing was such that you can just run straight through the whole way? You know? I'm curious, can I kill those things? With the, No. Attacks twice in quick succession. How do I keep getting caught by that one? Right? Instant vaporize. Also, like, they look like I should be able to jump over them completely. Jumping does seem to help a little bit, maybe. Yeah, because something that might kill otherwise then doesn't. Guess I just gotta be patient. How many of these we got in a row? Be real embarrassing if I died on the last one, huh? There we go. I don't know if the developers knew which ones they were supposed to be either, failure by winning. Some of the more experienced Bioniclers in the chat were saying this game does have some lore inconsistencies. I don't know anything about it, so to me they all just kind of look like, you know, cool monster designs or whatever. They're based on real sets? Okay. I mean, I would imagine they would probably have been given, you know, lots of resources to make this and to make it, you know, accurate, because that's what the kids getting this game would have been, you know, interested in and excited about. And I feel like Lego properties tended to not half-ass it, you know. They tended to take their licensed games pretty seriously. Which isn't to say seriously in the sense of, you know, delivering a quality product, not... You know what I mean. Obviously they have senses of humor, they're Lego. I'm sure there are a couple, you know, subpar Lego games, but for the most part, they always tried pretty hard. The real question, are these a one-hit kill? I don't want to find out. Never played Lego Island? The Lego game I have the most experience with is the very first Lego Star Wars, which I got because I like Star Wars, and it was delightful. It was a great time. My single favorite thing about Lego Star Wars is that Lego Ki-Adi-Mundi has a head that is 2 bricks tall, and I think that's the best possible thing. Like, that's just incredibly, incredibly funny to me specifically. It's like, who cares about Ki-Adi-Mundi? Me, that's who. Oh, that was it. Yeah, you care about his grotesquely tall head, as you should. I did know that. It's specifically why he's allowed to call in as a hologram to the Jedi Council. Never played the Lego Indiana Jones games. I just kind of assumed they'd be good, because Indiana Jones games have a pretty high hit rate for being at least average to good, I would say. I did try, it was I think Lego Lord of the Rings. I had a pretty good time with that. Now if we're talking about great licensed video games, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, PS2, Xbox, GameCube, simply one of the best there's ever been. I still prefer it over Return of the King, which I felt tried too many things and didn't land as well for it. It was a weird boss fight, but whatever. Two Towers to me always just felt like the better game somehow. I think it was mostly down to the level design and the way it folded in parts of Fellowship as well. And then unlocking a seal door at the end by, you know, clearing like all the challenge levels. It's just so tight. I should stream that game. I loved that game. I haven't played it in probably almost 20 years. Right, Two Towers, definitely the better single-player game, because it doesn't have co-op. Alright, push another rock. Come on. There. Only one more rock to push. I wonder what percent of the speed run of this game is just this fight. How slow it seems to be by necessity. We got him! Yay! Oh, one light stone short. Come on. That's 2 levels now where we've gotten 99 out of 100. My PS2 is being quite loud.
Deepwood. Sister Toa comes with a sorry bad tale.
Toalua, you know what news I bring?
The drums of Lekoro cry tell of sons of Makuta. But without my Suva, I cannot reach the threat.
Where are your Matoran to activate the Suva?
Captured. Lost.
You alone can find them, Luanuba. Find them, free them, and use the Suva to hunt for these sons of Makuta.
Heart promise, sister.
All right. Let's do it. All right. This stage has, I think, the best music so far. Whoa. You can speed up and slow down. Jump while pressing to increase the distance of your jump. All right. It's a minecart in all but name. That's a little unfair to say, but this one at least looks cool, I guess. Oh, that's why the manual talked about grinding the trees. This or Sonic Adventure 2? Oh, we've got vine swinging. Let's go. That's 3 rescued. Actually, I'm kind of down with this level. This is pretty fun. Certainly more fun than some of the others so far. Even if I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Oh, I already freed whoever was there. Thought. Oh, okay, calm down, camera. You're telling me where to go, I get it. You're glowing with it practically. Whoop! Oh no! I fell. Oh, it's not even back to the start of the level? That's nice. That's unexpectedly kind. Whoop. Oh, it does health damage, not a whole life. So if I mess up again, I'll probably be back to the start of the level. Like that.
Deepwood.
Yep, okay. I get it now. The ones I rescued still count? Do people really want me to stream Sonic Adventure? There we go, we saved them all. Look at us go, we're the heroes. Oh, you mean you playing it? Maybe. What's that ominous smile for, Howl? No, if I stream Sonic Adventure, it will be on the Dreamcast as is proper. Mod the hell out of it? Nah. As the Toa of Air, you have the ability to soar amongst the birds and treetops of Matanui. To activate your gliding ability, jump twice and press triangle. Neat. That's pretty... Whoa! Why'd you stop gliding? Okay, you can't glide forever. Lesson learned. See, that looked spiky. I thought it would hurt me. Oh, I like the shark or whatever we can see down there. Did I step on a... Oh no, it's just the floor is about to fall out from under me. Neat. I've heard a lot of good things about that Matanui online game. That I think has been preserved, question mark? Oh, wait, I see where I needed to go. I want to grab this. There we go. Can I make it? Yes. This one's pretty fun. It's like we've got some real platforming to do for a change. There we go. Yeah. That was fun. Trying to think what my favorite level so far has been. Definitely not the minecart one. That's got to be last place. This one's been pretty alright. Oh. That one vine did not want to be grabbed. Snowboard level was pretty fun. Once I got the hang of it, it wasn't so bad. Oh. That surface is slippery, I guess. The water level was pretty fun, even if the mechanics of gliding were a little questionable, or swimming. Gliding on the brain right now. The only thing that's kind of bringing this one down for me at all are the constant forced camera perspective changes, which are not helping with the platforming. Like that there. I don't like to, blame a game for my deficiencies. But when you're going one way and it pulls you another, and you don't have fixed control relative to perspective, that does rather interfere with things somewhat. Having to adjust where you're pointing the stick on the fly. Can miss some light stones, that's fine. I imagine I needed to dodge that. Or do I need to climb it, maybe? Can I climb it? Or will... Why do I feel like hitting that will kill me? Oh no, I grab it. That's kind of sick. Yeah, I'm playing some Bionicle, K-Dog. It's been fun. It's not bad. I can't speak to it from a, Bionicle lore perspective, because I don't know that stuff. But from a, you know, cheap PS2 action platform game perspective, yeah, it's alright. It's not amazing, but neither is it bad. I'm having a pretty good time and still would be even if I wasn't streaming it. How's that for a slightly more slightly stronger endorsement? I'd put it this way. I found this for $8 at a local game store. And I feel like if you saw it at a local game store for $8, you could do a whole lot worse than picking this one up. You know? What, are you too good for the bubbles? And I say this as somebody with no knowledge or experience of Bionicle. For me, this is just, how is it as a game, unrelated to anything I might know about. The great Gecko bird possesses the strongest wings of any bird on this fair island. The updraft created by his flight will enable you to glide huge distances. To stay aloft, make sure you stay close behind him. Okay. You wanna start moving, my bird friend? Yeah, behind him, but he needs to start moving. So he doesn't start moving until you start gliding. Which presents a problem, logically. Come on. I don't understand the timing required of me here. There we go. Oh, this sucks. They maybe could have thought this one out a little bit better, I think. Oh, please tell me I don't have to do that again. Okay, good. No, it wasn't that bad. I just needed to try a couple times. The bird absolutely matters. Oh, those just sink. I thought they would get, like, swept along with the current. Oh, thought that would go on for longer. You know what? Credit where it's due. This stage looks great. Probably the nicest one visually so far. Ooh, what is going on with this camera situation? Oh, I think I need to try to sink him. Yep. Couldn't damage him directly, had to break the platform under him. Them emoting with their faces when I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be masks is really, really funny. Easily one of my favorite parts. Whoa, my PS2 is a little loud loading on this game. I don't know if it's just because I have it on top of my 3DO or what.
Seventh Toa?
Seventh
Of
Toa?
light. Only the seventh Toa
I
can
thought
wear
there were
the
only
mask.
6
Where
Toa.
is the seventh Toa?
I don't know. And now I've lost the mask to those creatures, and they're heading to destroy the Koro.
The Turaga say they are Rakshi, the sons of the Makuta, deadliest of foes.
Makuta. Brother, see the Chronicler to safety. I will deal with the
It was a
rocks.
huge deal at the time. I bet. I'm getting like, you know, Green Power Ranger vibes. Well, let's go. Another, we're lava surfing. Oh, it's a race this time. I think this one's just a race. It's an invention of the CGI movie. That makes sense. Gotta have them emote somehow. Right, you're like, what do you mean, a 7th one? Way behind now. Is there any hope of catching up? Oh, yes. Just did. Fuck. Get back here. Oh, I missed the thingamabob. Oh, I'm low on health. That's not good. Oh, there was something up there. Damn. I'm missing everything that would help me. Oh, let's go, let's go. Do a totally sick gaming moment. Credit to Argonaut here. They tried to get a lot of gameplay variety in here. Even if some of them end up being pretty similar. Oh, for a second I thought it was just giving me a death cutscene. Like, oh, you fell. You didn't grab the upper path or whatever. I mean, they were a very talented development studio. I'm glad that, you know, Croc has kind of gotten some more recognition in the modern day. Which, it's strange to me that people ever forgot about Croc in the first place, because Croc was a multi-million seller. Croc was, by every metric, a big hit game. It got good reviews, it sold really well. Only surviving Croc fan, that's not true, Takako. Croc has shooters out there. I'm one of them. Croc is fun. They did. X was the game Failure by Winning. Very cool stuff. I only have Croc 2 on Game Boy Color, which is a surprisingly fun game. You should play Croc, Takako. Crocako Crocamura, there you go. Is the Chronicler the Toa of Light? Okay, that's tight. If I had been a kid when this came out, I would have been losing my damn mind. Why is it so quiet?
All by yourself? You are nothing. I shall defeat you within the blink of an eye.
I'm not 40 yet. It's kind of sick. I'm pretty sure it is the final boss. Should be why it feels that way. Sure looks like the final boss. Is he gonna do anything? Every time you walk into my stream, I'm on the final boss. Look, I'm that good at games. I don't know what to tell you. That's not true, but how I see. You have to make like you're gonna go hit him. Then he's gonna spawn minions. We're gonna kill the minions, and then question mark. So I guess we just do that a couple times. Is that our game plan here? So I just noticed this guy never runs out of energy compared to the others. That's kind of sick. They really just kill a bunch of grunts over and over. That would be disappointing. Especially when some of the other boss fights were actually pretty creative. But it sure feels that way. We're like eroding whatever barrier is on that dark energy. Yeah, come on. Yep, okay, looks like whatever barrier was there isn't there anymore. Maybe now we can hurt him. Oh, more killing bees. Sure, man. Whatever. I don't know the Bonkle lore, maybe that's what you do. These guys, huh? Okay, is he vulnerable now? That's it? Oh no, we're chasing after him? We're in free fall? The giant ball of dark... Some Lord of the Rings Gandalf chasing after the Balrog shit. Oh, it's a Ganondorf fight? Question mark. Knocking energy balls back. the game plan here? Oh, sure looks like it. Whoops. Don't jump off the platform. It's our first answer. Ah, I would guess we just have to land on all 4 of these. We're not actually doing the classic Dead Man's Volley, unfortunately. Whoops! It's quite hard to see. Let's try again. Ah, they flip over. Oh, wait, this guy can glide too? I just hit the button on a lark. That's good to know. Oh wait, that's gonna make this way easier. I glide from one to the other, I'm thinking. Hello, Bones. How's it going? Let's see, is that all I needed to do? Not volleying back and forth. I'm doing well. I'm on what appears to be the final boss fight of Bionicle here. I'm not totally clear on what to do or how. Does anybody have any ideas? Is there a way to knock back the balls? Oh, what if flipping over the platforms is what knocks the balls back? That could be it. It's also the only thing I can think of to try, so... I missed. So if that's it, didn't work that time. Okay, shoot at me, then I'll jump over here. Too slow. Nope, that didn't do it. Okay, so clearly I've got to flip these all over. What does that then mean? So my shots don't seem to hit. I'll admit, I'm confused. I'm a little stumped. If I just run right up to him, will that work? Yeah, maybe just approach with the barrier down. It's not super clear. But I'll go with that being the assumption. See if that can't do it for me. Oh, come on! What do you mean you couldn't walk over that gap? I'm just being impatient. And this one doesn't have a charge attack that I can see. So that'll put his barrier down, I think. Can I just attack from here now? Do I need to, like, get in his face, No, that knocked me into the abyss. Don't have any other moves. Maybe I need to do something with the barriers again after I do that? It's about all I can think of. So if I do this, his barrier seemingly dissipates. Going right up to him appeared to not do anything. Except knock me right into the pit. Huh. Who's got ideas? The initial cutscene before this did make it seem like I would be knocking back his projectile. But as far as I can tell, I've got no mechanism to do that. Oh, it might be the shield. You're right. Let me try that. It's just so faint that I wasn't thinking of it. Yup, it's the shield. Alright, that's simple. Thank you, Evelyn. I would have continued trying fruitless things for an embarrassingly long time, I'm sure, before I remembered I had a shield. I was even trying to use the shield to, like, charge up the super attack the other ones had. To no avail. Alright, is this going to be Nintendo Rule of 3, or is it going to be a random number? Ah, I even got to get some normal hits in on it. Oh, he's knocking apart the platforms. I got really lucky there for a second. Let's say Ganondorf. Not you, Lawyer Ganondorf. Unless you are Makuta here. The Bionicle Big Bad, who it appears we have vanquished. That is a really, really funny save screen. Now let me crank the volume because the cutscenes are ultra quiet. Oh, he's purifying him with light.
Light and dark are balanced, revealing the will of Matanui. Perpetual darkness has been exiled from our land.
I've turned it up as much as it can go in OBS.
Let us awaken the Great Spirit.
Almost double the volume it was before. Let us awaken the Great Spirit, he said. That's it. It's not even music on the credits. Come on. No music on the credits even. It was fun. You know, for a licensed game, does it follow the plot of the movie? No clue. Pretty fun to play though. Surprisingly nice graphics. Control is all right. Camera took a bit to get used to, but once I did, wasn't much of an issue. Decent amount of variety. Could I 100% it in under 2 hours? If I practice, probably. I'm not gonna, but probably. Let me see what things we've unlocked, or can unlock. Although I paid $8 for this, I think it's worth $8. If you had been a kid wicked into Bionicle when this came out, I can't imagine you not liking it, you know. I think this is if you want just a 3D action game to play on an afternoon and you see it at a shop, it's cheap. Pick it up. Why not? I don't know anything about Bionicle, but it's clearly a cool setting with a ton of thought put into it. You know what I mean? They could have put music over the credits, though. Just a little. Would have gone a long way. Okay, let's see now what we can unlock. Also, sorry if the game is now loud. That's still with the volume turned down. Toa Evolution movie, so... Oh, these are neat. Sorry, the FMVs, for whatever reason, have unbelievably quiet sound mixing. Right, people did hate short games back then. I think that's fine, because you probably would want to play it more than once. Or weekend rental. And I imagine if you had been a kid into it back then, unlocking these cutscenes would have been like the tightest shit in the world, you know? You would have been very excited about that. Oh, okay, it tells you the conditions to unlock stuff. Toy sneak peek. I don't know what these dudes are, but they look pretty cool. Neat. How about a movie trailer? Honestly, the CG doesn't look bad for what, 2003? Clearly not like high budget, but Looks pretty cool. What else did we have? There's also a whole visitor guide with information about everything in the game. Oh, and we can see the character models too. That's pretty cool. The only downside is the text speed is really, really, really slow. Makuta is the dark enemy of all that is good on Matanui. He has cast his long shadow over the island paradise, infecting creatures from all wahi of the island. He is the dark spirit. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. That was pretty cool though. I think somebody said it was $40 Volpez. Which sounds about right. So not like a AAA release price, but not super budget. Kind of the in-between that a lot of games targeted. Pretty cool though. I had a good time playing it, and you know, if I see Bionicle Heroes for sale at a local game shop, I might just pick it up. Because it was pretty fun, and I'd like to see what another one's like. Now, are there other Bionicle games apart from those two on the PS2? Or GameCube or Xbox or whichever? I wish it let us zoom in on these character models, like inspect them a little more. Those were the only home console games. Okay, I know there's a bunch on GBA and DS. Those could be fun to look at as well. But you know what? I'm going to call it a pretty early night because I've got a busy day tomorrow off stream. The first GBA game was great. I've heard that. I've heard it from enough people that it makes me think it's probably gotta be true. But I'm gonna call it an early night for me tonight, which means only a just shy of 4 hours stream. Let me see who's online playing some retro that we can raid into. We'll use the usual retro raid message. I'll be back on Wednesday for the usual Doom, finishing up Sewer Lust, amazing new Megawad by the Waffle House crew, which I've been loving. I will probably not have the Dream, but you never know. Also, if you've got my emotes, please use them. If you don't, always feel free. If you sub, it helps me out a bunch. But let's see who's online. Then Friday, I'll be playing an original Xbox game I've never even heard of before, which should be a lot of fun. Let's see. We've got some options. You know what? We could go from one Lego adjacent thing to another. So I can see that Zenny is doing a Lego building stream. It looks like she's building the Lego Game Boy. Or, let's see, trying to see retro. Ooh, Sarzak is playing ActRaiser 2, which is one I have not beaten because that's really hard. Let's see. Ooh, we also, Cruelflow is playing some Wild Arms Alter Core F, or Alter Code F, which I think is the PS2 remake of the first one, if I'm thinking of the right thing. You know what though? Let's go from Lego to Lego. Let's go see how building the Lego Game Boy is going. I'm a little interested in that because I've seen people build those, but also include an actual original Game Boy hardware inside it, cut down somehow. So I want to see how that's going. So if you've got my emotes, use them. If you don't, use whatever you got. We're going to retro raid on in. I'll see you Wednesday and Friday. The week after that, I know I'm going to be pretty busy, so probably only 2 streams. But I will see you on Wednesday. Night, everybody.